Hi, I'm Brandon Naidu. I'm a criminal lawyer here in San Diego, California. I want to talk to you today about assault and battery with a firearm. As we've been talking about in a lot of our videos, California is no friend to gun crimes. We have an informal phrase amongst the criminal community in San Diego that says, use a gun and you're done. And the reason for that is in any violent crime in California that involves a firearm, prison is always on the table. In fact, in most cases, prison is mandatory depending on the circumstances of the case. That doesn't mean that probation is not possible, but in most cases, if you are charged in California with assault and battery using a firearm, regardless of whether that firearm was fired or not, initially your case is going to start off as what we would call a prison case. That is going to be the presumption, that is going to be the prosecution's position when you walk in. And so already you are facing a very uphill battle because your freedom is automatically at stake. Very, very rarely will any discussion of probation be on the table at your first, second, maybe even your third court date. So it requires us to be very vigilant, very proactive with your discovery, with getting your side of the story and doing a thorough investigation and building a proper defense to fight against these charges. To give you an example, recently we had a client who found herself in a very unfortunate situation involving road rage with another driver, which just continued to escalate verbally. The argument continued to boil over to the point where the use of racial slurs and epithets were thrown at our client, which led to the production of a firearm. And during the immediate escalation and argument, unfortunately, the firearm did go off accidentally and did injure and wound the other person. And so our client was facing not only assault with a deadly weapon, but now the added special allegations of assault with a firearm and the actual discharge of the firearm and the actual great bodily injury, which put her exposure at a minimum of over 10 years in state prison. This case took us well about a year to resolve and really demonstrate our client's personal history, her professional history, her perfect military service record, to the point where we were able to successfully argue and convince the sentencing judge to grant her probation with a prison term held over her head. As long as she is in compliance with the terms of her probation and she does not violate the law, she will not spend a minute in prison. She will successfully graduate from probation and move forward. She will have this criminal conviction, but because of the work that we did, and not just trying to go for the easy plea deal right off the bat and get her in and out, we fought very hard and really pushed, and we were able to get her a very favorable outcome. So if you've been charged or somebody you know has been charged with assault and battery with a firearm, especially if it's led to great bodily injury, if there's been a discharge, it's very important that you're working with a criminal lawyer and a criminal defense team that has the experience and the knowledge to get the best possible results in your case. So please give us a call, 619-577-0868.